The Syrian government has retaken swathes of northern and eastern Syria from Kurdish forces, bringing almost the entire country under the authority of Damascus after it was fractured by civil war. The retreat by Kurdish fighters has shone a spotlight on shifting US policy, as President Ahmad al-Shara consolidates his rule nearly 14 months after Bashar al-Assad was toppled.
But we get along with the Kurds, and we are trying to protect the Kurds.
The US had backed Kurdish fighters under the banner of the Syrian Democratic Forces since 2015, when the SDF was conceived to turn the tide against Islamic State militants. The SDF then established an autonomous enclave in the northeast, with separate civilian and military institutions. But Washington never backed autonomy. Late in 2024, Turkish-backed fighters led by Ahmad al-Shara, a former al-Qaeda member, toppled Assad. And US President Donald Trump has since developed close ties to Shara, lifting sanctions and welcoming Syria into an international anti-Islamic State coalition. That left the Kurdish fighters, who wanted to maintain their autonomy, facing new Islamist rulers eager to bring the whole country under one government. US envoy Tom Barak said the original purpose of the SDF had expired, and the US had no long-term interest in retaining a separate role for it. Tensions had been simmering for months. In January, government troops seized Kurdish-run districts of Aleppo before thrusting eastwards, forcing Kurdish fighters to retreat. Effectively, they wiped out the autonomous zone. Damascus wants the Kurdish-led forces to merge with state security and integrate their regional institutions. Syrian forces have now taken control of jails that hold Islamic State militants and a camp where Islamic State-linked civilians are held. The areas they've advanced in contain Syria's biggest oil fields, a major hydroelectric dam and agricultural regions. Those areas are majority Arab. The SDF's commander says its fighters have now fallen back to Kurdish majority areas. In the event a deal is reached between the two sides, government troops will not enter two remaining SDF-held cities, Hasaka and Qarmishli. But with government troops deployed near those areas, tensions remain high.